my brother back, that phony. Tryna ref the game from the nosebleed. For the real ones, tryna J-kid a body, I'ma steal some.
Oh, who say does that?
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA. This is that grind-it-out part of the year, Grant. Everyone just fighting through it.
No question, B.A. And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Duren. Then it's Cason Wallace. Then there's Dante Exum. And it's Alexander Walker in at the three, the small forward. Here's Wallace. Pass to Antetokounmpo. To the paint. Here's Exum. Hits that one. Nice pass, leading him to the bucket.
It's not all about him out there. Giannis, a real example of a team first guy.
Hayes inside. He's guarded by Exum. Hayes misses. Here's Milwaukee. Exum passes to Alexander Walker. Back to Exum. Antetokounmpo against Randall. Pass to Duren. Randall with a steal. Now here's Gobert. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Best of luck to any defender trying to slow Gobert down. He is ruthless inside.
Now Duren. And here's Alexander Walker. Exum outside. Wallace outside. Back to Exum. Just 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Hayes. Lets it go from 11. And that one drops for him.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Randall. Turned in an outstanding game against Utah.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
Milwaukee with the ball. This game against Dallas here, it's their first meeting of the season.
First team foul.
Tipped away.
He saw the pass coming a mile away. Was perfectly positioned to intercept it.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Fires it from 18. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Jones from outside. Pure from three-point range. Jones has got 5 now.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Mitchell's shot is good.
This three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Wallace outside. Fires for 3. Mavericks with a rebound. Pass to Randall. Outside Jones. It's deflected. And they're on the break. Here's Exum. Off with the layup. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Randall. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
Well, he's a wrecking ball on offense. Randall, so good at finishing inside.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. Of course, we talked mostly about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the focus of this one. Coach telling me I've lost sleep thinking about Giannis. He can just take over a game, no matter how you play him. We're hoping he'll be a little off tonight. Do off nights exist for Giannis, guys? We'll find out.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
And showing the point guard instincts there. Boy, Giannis can make it look easy.
Outside for Mitchell. Pass to Hayes. Pulls it from the top of the key. Duran with a rebound.
We just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
A different look for Dallas. Jackson Davis is checked in for Gobert. Kamara comes in for Randall. And Moody is subbed in for Mitchell. Now here's Hayes. Yet to see a basket. Jackson Davis with the bucket.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
The Bucks have gone 6 of 11 so far. And stolen by Hayes. Moody from outside. Sinks the tray. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Dallas.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
They get it again. No good there. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Here's Portis. Nails the 16-footer.
This speaks to how assertive Portis is, and he's skilled at knocking it down off the catch, too.
Here's Moody, driving inside, dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Now Portis. Here's the 3. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, leading by 4. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Mavericks.
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points, and their reserves delivered.
And, you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
We've got Trace Jackson Davis. Williams is out there with Moses Moody. Then it's Herb Jones, and it's Kamara in at the 4 slot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. The Mavericks lead by 4. Inside, here's Jackson Davis, and he goes in for the dunk.
He may give up a little size, but has to bounce to hold his own.
Jackson Davis has gone 2 for 3 from the field. And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
Stevens is checked in for the Mavericks. Now here's Moody. He's got 5. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bucks.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Bucks trail by 3. Here's Rollins. And the rebound goes to Dallas. They defeated Utah in their last game.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Here's Rollins. No points so far. To the inside. Here's Turner. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
A big-time presence in the post. That's exactly what they want from Turner.
Moody. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
First in shooting percentage, first in second chance points, and they're the third highest scoring team in the NBA, executing at a high level.
And you really can't emphasize enough how impressive their field goal percentage is. They run their game plan so well and know how to get the shots they want. Rollins, no good.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Oh, here's Moody with a drive. Uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Williams is checked in for Jones. Anthony's checked in for the Bucks.
Substitution on the court.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Washington outside. Pass to Rollins. On the wing, Anthony. Williams defending. Shot clock at 6. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
The closer the better for Anthony, as is the case for most guys. He just wants to drop that one in.
Here's Jackson Davis over Turner. Jackson Davis misses. And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league. And he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces.
Now here's Washington. Pass to Portis. And that's off the glass and in.
When you watch Portis, he's not just a good jump shooter for a 6'10 guy. Bobby's just a straight-up good shooter, period.
So for Dallas, Gobert comes in for Jackson Davis, and it's Randall in for Williams. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Alexander Walker comes in for Anthony. Now here's Randall. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game.
Boy, he loves pounding that ball. Randall driving right through contact.
Bucks trail by 4. Antetokounmpo, right side. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. To the middle. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randall has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
The free throw drops for Randall. Milwaukee making some changes. Duren, he's checked in for Turner. Exum comes in for Washington. And it's Wallace in for Rollins.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Wallace. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. The Mavericks lead by 8. For 3, Randall. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. It's stolen. A minute 29 left to play in the first half. And it's Dallas scoring again.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Moody misses. Bucks trail by 10. Ball's going up the court. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Petty play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
So for Dallas, Jones, he's checked in for Stevens. Hayes comes in for Kamara. And Mitchell subbed in for Moody. Now here's Mitchell. there's the drive. Good work there as it goes. Mitchell's got his second basket on the night.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
That's tipped. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. From outside the arc. Connects from downtown. Mitchell's got a
unselfish, good vision. Nice dime by Julius.
To the left side wing. Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Exum passes to Duran. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Randall, right side. Gobert with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Pass to Hayes. Here's Randall. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, to be honest, a good shot for one person may not be a good shot for you. Each guy on this team has to understand his limitation and play to their strengths.
Self-awareness, an important trait for those who are constantly trying to get better. Next on the docket, power rankings. Fellas, let's see which teams are jostling for those top spots.
Look here now at the Mavericks. They're the best team in the league, and they know it. When you're the biggest dog, throw that muscle around, keep the rest of the pack in line.
Listen, nobody should be surprised by how they're playing. This team is loaded.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One of the stories here, Moses Moody getting it done today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Taking a look at the Bucks. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Jalen Duren. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Exum in a two-guard. The Mavericks lead by 14. Here's Jones. Second chance shot, and he lays it in. Jones has got 7 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Oh, man, the balance of muscle Giannis possesses is tremendous. Phenomenal at scoring on physical defenses.
And the shot goes. 10 points for him.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Now here's Exum. Six on the shot clock. Back to Wallace. From deep. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Mavericks have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Hey, shot's good.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
A look at the 2K leaderboard when it comes to second chance points. The NBA leaders over the last month. Number 1, the Bucks.
They've poured in a lot of second chance points recently, and that can be huge for your offense.
Antetokounmpo against Randall. And the dunk by Duren.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
The defense tightens up, so he adjusts. Nice play.
Shoots from the line. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Randall, good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Exum. Here's Wallace. Nails the wide-open jumper. Wallace has got 8.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Gobert with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Randall. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And they are in the top 5 in fewest turnovers. They handle the rock with care, and that also helps you defensively. Less chances for your opponents to run off a turnover.
And this team embodies a never-give-up attitude. This is especially evident on the offensive glass, where they know how to keep plays alive and score off second-chance opportunities.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Pass to Wallace. Duren, the screen. Wallace, the pass to Exum. Left side, Alexander Walker. On target from range. Alexander Walker's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And at 6'10", Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Now here's Wallace. Give him 8. Duren with a screen on Mitchell. Wallace outside. A deep 3. Randall pulls down the board. The Mavericks lead by 18. A minute 58 left in the third. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Milwaukee is gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. They get it back. Pass to Alexander Walker. Wallace outside, down low. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Now here's Wallace. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Exum up top. All sorts of time. Kept alive. Duren. Exum outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. He drops it from range. Alexander Walker's got 6 in the quarter.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Gobert. Stevens comes in for Julius Randle. Kamara, he's checked in for Jones. And Moody is subbed in for Mitchell. And the Bucks will go for a different look here. Portis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Washington comes in for Alexander Walker. Jackson, he's checked in for Exum. And it's Rollins in for Wallace. Milwaukee making some changes. Turner, he's checked in for Duren. And Harris is subbed in for Jackson. Now here's Turner, covered by Jackson Davis. Turner passes to Rollins.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time.
Milwaukee shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Milwaukee making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And he makes both free throws.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Pass to Moody. He shoots. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Moody's got 12 points in the game. Bucks trail by 13. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Turner. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They led the game at one point by 20. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. That'll conclude their longest homestand of the season. 5 games. Portis outside. Pass to Washington. He can't get that one to fall. Gets it off. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Moses Moody. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Stevens in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Williams is checked in for Dallas. To the paint. Ball stolen. And here's the fast break. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Cole Anthony. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Well, they've continued to play pedal to the metal, leaking out and capitalizing with ease when they get opportunities in the open court.
Well, another thing they've been doing right in this one is making the most of turnovers. Lots of points for them tonight off of them.
Jackson, he's checked in for Anthony. Jackson outside. No good with the triple.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Inside, there's Jackson-Davis, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Williams. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Bucks trail by 21. Rollins passes to Washington. Jackson outside. Pass to Portis. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
Fading back. Nobody there to even challenge him.
The Mavericks have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Moody misses. Now the Bucks with it. Here's Rollins. Washington outside. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Portis. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
A most valuable role player on this team. Portis' ability to stretch the floor with his shooting, huge.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Randall is checked in. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Randall. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
P.J. Washington. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Mark, in your opinion, how does social media affect the game?
Monumental ways. One, I think the most direct way is that it keeps fans connected to players, and players have the option as to how they're going to engage with their fans directly. Player to fan without any middle person. And that is valuable both ways, except when the narrative turns negative. That's the other side of the coin. And when you say things publicly on social media platforms, it's impossible to retract them. You might be able to erase them, but they're still out there in the stratosphere.
Now here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
You know, guys, every year Randall seems to improve as a scorer. You know, he's looking more and more confident, more comfortable out there scoring the ball.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And he drives in over Gobert. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. The three-pointer off the mark. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's Wallace. Gets the three to fall.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
And here's Randall. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. So, Clark, you think the winner of the NBA Cup should be guaranteed an automatic playoff bid?
Man, that's interesting. I think it could make for a more competitive tournament. So if that would be the outcome, then I would be all for it. But what happens if the tournament winner is the #1 seed at the end of the season? I think you'd have to find alternative incentives then, BA.
Now here's Hayes. Randall outside. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Randall's got 16 points here in the second half.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Back to Exum. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
But the defender had more size than him, but did not have more fight.
Randall against Antetokounmpo. And yep, it's good. Randall's got 26 points.
You know, it's encouraging to see Randall working on this shot. You can tell he wants to get better from there.
Exum lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Here's Randall. Pass to Hayes. Picked by Gobert. Looking to end this cold spell. Alexander Walker grabs the board. The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Exum outside. Now Antetokounmpo. Outside, Alexander Walker. Off target from three-point range.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Mavericks.
Simply taking better care of the ball may have made all the difference.
Yeah, and then on the defensive end, they kept the pressure on and forced a number of miscues.
And as a strong year for the club continues, they've willed their way to 56 wins.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Julius Randle.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Back to Exum. And another miss by Milwaukee. The Mavericks on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. Jones with a screen on Durant. Randall can't hit. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Antetokounmpo with it. Hayes picks him up. And another miss by Milwaukee. Now here's Randall. And the shot's good. Randall's got 30 points.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Julius Randle.